welcome to Medicine for a Book Hangover. I know I'm a little late on this March wrap-up, but better late than never, right? So I am going to talk about the books that I have read in March and discuss how I felt about them. So the first book I read was Love in Midair. I actually started this at the end of January. If you've seen my, February, end of February, and I finished it in March. If you watched episode 3, I believe, I discussed more about this, but I did give it 3 stars. This was not my favorite. I did not like the characters as much. All the women, the suburban moms that, were married, unhappily married, and it just kind of drove me nuts that there was like nobody that was happily married in the book. One had an affair. The main character had an affair and realizes that she does not want to stay married to her husband, even though after you get a divorce, people kind of treat you differently in the area or in the community. And it just I don't know. It just kind of drove me nuts. It wasn't something I absolutely loved. But that's my first book. Second book was Lord of the Flies by William Golding. I stopped reading this book on page 62. Yeah. It's only 208 pages, and I should totally force myself to finish it, but I just could not, for the life of me, pick it back up. I just did not have any desire. I don't know, I guess I don't want to read a book about just a group of teenage boys stranded in an island. It just, as a 30-year-old woman, it just wasn't something that really interested me. I know there's a lot about World War II, I think it was World War II. One of the wars in here, which would have been neat, but it just wasn't fast enough for me. Even at 280 pages, the story dragged for me. So this was my did not finish for the month of March. What else did I read? I don't have it anymore because I borrowed it from the library. But it was Confessions of a Domestic Failure. I also rated that a 3-star. That is more discussion on that in episode 3. Also, I'll link down below. But I did not. Everybody raved that it was so hilarious. All my mom friends were like, "You gotta read this. It's hilarious. It's real life." And I mean, it was fiction, but it's a lot to do with being a stay-at-home mom. And some things were funny, but some things were a little over the top for me. So I decided, I did read it, but I only gave it 3 stars. My third book I finished is an audiobook. It was called Meditations for Fidgety Skeptics? Yes, by Ben Harris. I really, really enjoyed this book. If you're anything like me, meditation wasn't something you've done over the course of many years. My husband is Buddhist, so he has done meditation over the years, off and on, but I could never get into it. I would always fall asleep or, get distracted, which I thought that you had to be able to sit there and not let your thoughts float in, and apparently learning from that book that it's okay and you just note it and move on and just start over, and you get better as you go. So I really loved it. I thought it was really informative. It had fun meditations in it. If you get it and you put the code in the website, you get free meditations through their app, 10% Happier, which I'm not at all sponsored or anything. I just really enjoyed it. And then my last one was, and I'm still working on it, is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I started this the end of last month, and to be honest, I'm having a hard time getting into it. I'm finally now just getting into it, and I'm on page 151. I started getting into it about page 95-ish. It got more interesting to me, so I'm planning on hopefully finishing this week and reviewing it for you guys, and I'll tell you how it is. And this is also a book club read this month, so I want to finish it for my book club.